Guys, welcome to another episode of EdgeMasterGaming, and today, as you can tell from the title, we're covering one of my subscriber runs. These are events that are hosted by me on a VIP server where a select few of my subs run with me in a game on, you guessed it, Project Lazarus. But there's a couple of caveats. This isn't just your normal game of Project Lazarus. You have to play with a handicap. Like in this one particular game that you're about to see, we were not allowed to get any perks, and you have to survive until round 35. In addition to all of that, I never reveal the rules for each event until we actually enter the game. That way, no one can be prepared for any one event, and it makes it more fun. So before we get started, if you haven't done so, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below if you like the Project Lazarus content on this channel. Also, if you want to be part of any future events like this one, don't forget to join my Discord. The link will be in the description below. Alright guys, let's get started. It's round 1 and just another day at Project Lazarus High. You know, just spending time with classmates and learning how not to die before school lets out. Seems simple enough, right? Either way, Vivi and I spawned on the far side where access to the generator room would be expensive. Right now, I'm sure everyone was just trying to figure out which guns they were going to use to survive. I know I was. Round 2 was unbelievable. My partner and I by this time only had 8 kills between us. Is the zombie generator working? It was round 3 and T was able to get to the generator room. Once he grabbed the key, I opened the pack door and started up the essence collector. Now it's time to get serious. On round 4, Zeit went AFK for a bit in the pack-a-punch room. While he was there, he got knocked. So I went to revive him, and believe me, there's nothing like gaining extra experience when you can. By the way, if you didn't know, EdgeMasterGaming now has a Roblox group with merch. So guys, please check it out when you can. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. It was round 5 and we were slowly getting into our groove. While we couldn't use the points for perks, we definitely needed it to open the rest of these barricades and for future weapons. It was round 6 and we cleared out the library upstairs, farming as many of the zombies as we could. While I was gaining points, I still couldn't decide what weapons that I was ultimately going to use in order to survive this challenge. Are you serious? Didn't I put out a video about this? Round 7 was just another grinding session, nothing really of note here. In round 8, things were really starting to pick up. First Vivi went down, so I did my best to cover. Then Zeit, and finally Kazuki. Yep, needless to say, without perks, this was going to be really hard. In round 9, I finally had my plan together. I bought the MP5 last round, but when I thought about it, the TMP would make a better fit. The TMP reload time was slightly better, and I wanted to leverage the Chaos module. And another benefit is that I can get more ammo whenever I want it. On round 10, we lost Vivi, but unfortunately, the show must go on. The 4 of us knew what we had to do. There was only one option, and that was to stay focused and prevail. And I swear one day I'm gonna learn how to aim. It was round 11, and while I liked the Ravnica, I could tell that it was getting close to the time that it needed to be packed. So I switched to the TMP to finish out the rest of the round. And why am I staring at an empty mystery box? In round 12, it was pack-a-punch time. In any normal game, I would never recommend doing this so early because it costs so many points. But I decided to go ahead and do it anyway. And I packed both weapons to ensure that I could deal out as much damage as possible. Normally, I would say grind until at least 50,000 in points, but with these 2 weapons and no perks, I'm going to need all the help that I can get. In round 13, the team began realizing how much of an uphill battle this would be, but we stayed focused. Now we just have only 22 more rounds to go. In addition, here's a little tip. Some of you may have noticed that there's only a certain amount of points per round that you're allowed to obtain from doing window or barricade repair. The exact moment that you can begin accumulating points again is when the round number disappears so that the new round can begin. Just watch. It's round 14, and it's important to note that when doing a challenge like this, try not to focus on any one zombie outside. because it's very easy to get surrounded, and by the time you react, it may already be too late. This could have been disastrous had it been in the later rounds. It was round 15, and while I was holding it down, T had gotten knocked, so Zeit and myself went to assist. I figured that since I had the fastest reloading weapon between us, that I should probably stand watch against the horde. And it worked, so we get to stick around for a little bit longer. On round 16, the horde was becoming relentless, and thank goodness that I had this TMP. Overall, I was doing well. Then T got knocked again. So I did my best to clear the way before I revived. Thanks, Kazuki, for the assistance. It was round 17, and so far, my plan seemed to be working well. Being in close proximity to my wall weapons allowed me to hold it down during these rounds. Whenever I would get low on ammo, I just replenished what I lost, not missing a beat. But I knew that it couldn't last, and at some point, I would need to migrate to the second floor so I would have more floor space. But the question is, when? Round 18, I knew it was going to happen, but I just didn't know when. I found the whiny one. After dispatching him, I decided that I would cover the opposite window, but then Sight went down. This was it. This was the perfect opportunity that I needed to migrate to the second floor. I could just cover this area for the rest of the game. That is, of course, as long as I have ammo. It's round 19, and so far so good. Everything was working well. I decided to use up the Raffica as much as I can, since the closest weapon for ammo was the TMP. And thanks to the max ammo gods, it looks like I can wait a little while longer. In round 20, I almost made a big rookie mistake. I wound up going onto the steps to prevent any zombies from coming up when this happened. Luckily, there was only one zombie, so I avoided disaster. Here's another tip. Don't make this mistake, especially when you don't have perks and you're solo. Just avoid the steps altogether and always let the horde come up to the top. Round 21, I decided to replenish my Raffica ammo. I went to the first floor and noticed that T needed some assistance. While I was helping him, this little gem showed up. Well, it's a good thing that I avoided buying ammo because we all know how annoying that is. Round 22 was just an action-packed round. I'll let the round speak for itself. But before we get started, this has got to be meme-worthy, right? In round 23, Zeit had gotten knocked. While covering T, I just couldn't help but think I really should be getting back upstairs because it's getting a bit crowded down here. Round 24, I ended up covering the first floor a little bit longer. It looks like my choice in weapons was a very good one. I was put in many tight situations, as you can see here, but with the reload, I was able to hold off the horde with little worry. In round 25, I bought ammo for my TMP and was able to get back upstairs. Unfortunately, Lady Luck wouldn't stay with me for long. It was bound to happen, and it did. Thanks to the team for getting me. Yep, no matter how much you prepare, there's always Murphy's Law. On round 26, I decided to take a stroll through the first floor while Insta-Kill was on. Once it began wearing off though, I knew it was time to head back. And then I was met with resistance. So here's another tip, but I'm still learning this concept myself. When you're bumping into a zombie, the only hitboxes are the head, the torso, and the legs. When you're on the steps, it makes it extremely difficult to get by when pushing in this way. If you turn your character sideways, your hitbox becomes smaller, enabling you to pivot around the zombies, like this. Facing one zombie this way is an easy task. Two or more makes it much more difficult because they can crowd you, but knowing this bit of info can help. Thanks to Cool Joe for this information. On round 27, I did my usual training in the library, and thanks to this kaboom, I was able to get more ammo for my TMP. Next, T went down over on the other side of the building. I saw Zeit was already there when I was en route. While I was covering him, the insta-kill was just the added bonus. Round 28 was pretty action-packed. T wanted to go downstairs to the Pack-a-Punch, but as you'll soon see, this really didn't work out for us. Wait, did you guys see that? The first zombie falls over and the other one casually moves him out the way. I swear, each time I play this game, I see something new every time. It was round 29 and T went down near the Pack-a-Punch room. I figured that the only way that I would be able to get him is going around the long way, and boy was I wrong. Somehow, I miraculously made it past the horde, but by the time I got downstairs, T was already revived. Well, while I'm here, and since the insta-kill is on, I probably should get more ammo. Dag on it! A short time later, I got upstairs in the nick of time. Kazuki just went down and I was able to revive him. While things seemed to be going our way, you'll see in a bit that Lady Luck had other plans. So the plan was for me to cut between the horde to go and revive T and Zeit. I miscalculated the timing from that previous hit, so when I ran by the zombies, those two hits were my downfall. Oh well, Kazuki is still up, so we still have a chance. Good games. Even though we fell short of our goal, we had fun, and that's what's important. I definitely can't wait for the next one. So guys, again, thank you so much for all the support in growing this channel. As of right now, we just made it to 579 subscribers. I just can't believe it. I definitely feel blessed, and God gets all the glory. Again guys, as always, remember to have fun, take care, and God bless.